gang. We're closing the first half with one wild tag team match, with Mr. Ringside Eddie Gunz and El Jefe Ray Gunz get set to try and deal with the very, very big challenge of Zeus and the Great Khali.
The following tag team contest is set for one fall, with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first, accompanied by Women's International Champion Angie Gunz from the Bronx, New York, at a combined weight of 475 pounds, Mr. Ringside Eddie Gunz, and El Jefe Ray Gunz, the Gunz brothers.
The semi-beloved anti-heroes of RWL, Eddie and Ray, have had a pretty rough couple of weeks. They lost matches, title matches. They've lost 2 to the Psychedelics and Wilcox in Hollywood. And it's going to be a while before they see another title shot. So they're going to take out their frustrations this evening, they hope, against the Great Khali and Zeus. It's kind of a tall order.
Over 7 feet tall.
Their opponents, accompanied by Eric Bischoff, at a combined weight of 654 pounds, the team of the human wrecking machine Zeus, and the Great Khali.
Plus, they've got the added benefit, if you can call it that, of having Eric Bischoff at ringside, always ready to lend a hand if his team gets in a jam with the Gunz brothers, and he'll get involved at the drop of a hat if he feels he needs to, which is pretty often.
Well, all the actions have consequences, and if the Gunz brothers feel that Eric Bischoff becomes too involved, they're going to involve him the hard way.
It would be kind of fun to see that, though. I mean, I wouldn't mind.
All right, well, let's see, GB, if the wrestling gods grant your wish. Going to be Mr. Ringside and the Human Wrecking Machine starting this one off as referee Willie Johnson sounds the bell, and off we go. Zeus opens up with a right and a beautiful bear hug slam, taking Mr. Ringside down to the canvas center ring. Eddie Gunz shoves him away with both boots. Zeus rolls away, swings and misses. Eddie Gunz nonchalantly tags in his brother, El Jefe Ray Gunz, in on the tag. Here we go. Zeus tags him with a right, goes behind on him. There's an elbow from El Jefe, locks up Zeus, takes him down. And he's going to start going to work on the legs with that spinning toe hold. Texas Cloverleaf. Working on the legs of the Human Wrecking Machine. El Jefe catches a right from Zeus. El Jefe delivers a kick to the midsection. The Human Wrecking Machine draws a knee into the gut. El Jefe kicks him in the gut. Zeus counters with elbows to El Jefe Ray Gunz. Another hard right. Another kick to the midsection from Ray Gunz. A gouge of the eyes. And El Jefe going to take advantage of that mistake right there. Slams Zeus's head into the turnbuckle, tags in Mr. Ringside. Here comes a double team tag punch right to the Human Wrecking Machine. Mr. Ringside, Eddie Gunz opens up with a series of shots on Zeus. Hard whip to the ropes. There's a duck under and a rising knee to the Human Wrecking Machine. Here's a cover, 1 and just a 1. Zeus powering out real easy. Oof, man. Hard left. A haymaker right there. Zeus rounded up by Mr. Ringside, escorted back to the Gunz brothers' corner one more time. Here comes El Jefe, the team working real efficient. Here we go. Zeus whip to the ropes, double back body drop as El Jefe Ray Gunz takes over. Measures the distance, drives the knee into the head of Zeus. Man, he busted him open early. 2 minutes into the match. El Jefe charges, shoulder, takes Zeus down to the floor. He goes after the Great Khali too, tags him with a shot and a drop kick, and out to the floor go both members of the team. Eric Bischoff watching carefully as El Jefe gets a hold of the Human Wrecking Machine, gets countered into a back body drop by Zeus. Zeus rounds up Ray Gunz, has him up in that bear hug spine buster again. The Great Khali still laid out. El Jefe counters with a right, a shot to the midsection to Zeus. Another couple of shots, a kick to the midsection, a chop, another chop, a hard right, and a chop block to the knee. As the Great Khali finally gets himself back up, Zeus is laid out. Well, now, they've at least got one member incapacitated, as El Jefe Ray Gunz takes the very long scenic route around the ring as the referee continues to count Zeus. Zeus charges, so does El Jefe. A chop across the chest winds him up. There's a shot to the back of the head of Zeus. Zeus driven into the barricade. El Jefe Ray Gunz gets Zeus back inside the ring, follows him on in himself. Here's a tag to the Great Khali. The Punjabi Nightmare swings and misses, but a shoulder tackle takes El Jefe down. The Great Khali whips Ray to the ropes, running kick right to the face. El Jefe takes it back outside, goes after Zeus again, catches a knee to the midsection. As the Great Khali joins him on the outside, El Jefe rolled back inside. The Great Khali steps over the top rope, moves back in. Oof, nasty drop kick, taking El Jefe down. Drives a knee into the head of Ray Gunz. The Great Khali really starting to open up here as he begins to walk out. Turns it over to Zeus, with El Jefe momentarily incapacitated. The Human Wrecking Machine takes himself all the way up to the top turnbuckle here. And here he goes, diving headbutt. He nailed Ray Gunz with that one, and here's a cover and a hook of the leg. 1, 2. The Great Khali was ready to intercede if Eddie Gunz came in. Oh man, what a nasty slam. The Human Wrecking Machine just letting gravity do the work there. There's a stomp to the midsection. And a powerful gut-wrench suplex from the Human Wrecking Machine. And here comes the Great Khali. Amazing, this team has been... Whoa, man, what happened to Ray Gunz there? Not sure. Zeus gets a hold of El Jefe, pitches him across, while the Great Khali brings in Mr. Ringside. The hard leg gets a hold of him. Gets him by the hair, clubbing blow to the chest. Angie, Angel Gunz got to be a little bit worried right about now. The Great Khali counters El Jefe, pushes him down to the canvas, delivers a stomp to the back, and now beating his feet on the Mississippi mud. And here's a cover and a hook of the leg. 1, but only just the 1. Mr. Ringside on the outside trying to get it back together as the Great Khali takes it up to the middle ropes in the corner. Double axe handle misses. A shot to the midsection. El Jefe shoved down to the canvas again. The Great Khali gets a hold of El Jefe, slams him face first down into the canvas, following that cheap shot from the outside from Zeus. Oh man, the Great Khali twisting the head and neck of El Jefe, but El Jefe counters with a shot to the midsection. Ray Gunz locks him up, catches a knee to the midsection from the Great Khali. Hard Irish whip to the ropes. Here he comes, all the way up into a spine buster as the Great Khali steps out, and here comes the Human Wrecking Machine, Zeus. El Jefe in big time trouble here as the numbers game starting to get him. Zeus and Khali working together. They slowly take apart El Jefe. He's got to tag out and get his brother in there. The Human Wrecking Machine rounds up Ray Gunz up into a bear hug, and after all those spine busters too, Mr. Ringside comes to the rescue. Zeus gets a hold of him, catches the kick to the midsection as Mr. Ringside takes a ride out to the floor courtesy of the Human Wrecking Machine. Zeus takes himself all the way up to the top turnbuckle. El Jefe laid out on the outside. Big time cross body splash. El Jefe Ray Gunz is motionless. Quick counter, sweep of the leg. Must have been playing possum or something. El Jefe rolls Zeus back inside, goes after the Great Khali again. He is greedy. Huh. Look at this. Now into that spinning toe hold on the Great Khali. The Human Wrecking Machine coming to the rescue here. Tags Ray Gunz with a shot, has him up in a front cradle, walks him around a little bit here, slams him down to the floor. And again, the Great Khali, not going to be much help laid out like that as El Jefe gets himself back inside the ring. The Human Wrecking Machine starting to get a little bit annoyed here. Knee to the midsection to Ray Gunz. Ray Gunz counters with the right. Gets a hold of the Human Wrecking Machine, takes him down again, and he is steadily working on that leg. Get that spinning toe hold. Man. Very strategic. He's working for that figure 4 later on in the match. El Jefe rounds up Zeus. The Great Khali back at his tag corner. Zeus counters with an elbow to Ray Gunz, goes behind. Gives him the bones rush, tries to get him back in the ring, but no dice. Meanwhile, the referee continues to count inverted DDT to Ray Gunz on the outside floor, as the human wrecking machine delivers a couple of stomps to the face. These guys need to get it back in the ring. El Jefe finally rolled back inside by Zeus. Zeus still on the outside as Mr. Ringside Eddie Gunz is brought in on the tag. Zeus misses with the running kick. El Jefe gets out of here. Mr. Ringside whipped to the far right corner. Zeus charges. Running splash takes Eddie Gunz down to the canvas. Mr. Ringside rounded up again by the human wrecking machine, but a series of counter elbows to the midsection of Zeus. Mr. Ringside gets a hold of the trunks, has him all the way up, but Zeus quickly counters. Oh man, what a face buster. Zeus rounds up Eddie Gunz. Goozle. This is not going to be good for Mr. Ringside. One arm choke slam as Zeus covers center ring. 1, 2. I thought that might have been the end of it right there. Mr. Ringside powers out. Delivers a jawjacker to the human wrecking machine. Gets caught up. One arm slammed by Zeus. Man, that guy's built like a bull. Huh. Okay. Zeus slams Mr. Ringside's head into his team's corner's buckle, and here comes the Great Khali, and here comes another double team. Eddie Gunz whipped to the rope, double back body drop. As the Great Khali takes over, Eric Bischoff looking on as Khali goes for the cover. 1, 2. But another near fall as this match reaches the halfway point. Eddie Gunz taken down by the Great Khali again. Slammed down to the canvas one more time. He hit his head hard. A kick to the leg from the Great Khali. Khali takes himself out of the equation, and here comes the human wrecking machine again as Mr. Ringside finally gets back to the standing position, rolls out of the way of Zeus's attack, but gets pitched across the ring anyway by the throat. Zeus charges again, collides with Mr. Ringside. Again, a throat toss halfway across the ring. He steps out. Here comes the Great Khali as Mr. Ringside rolls out to the floor. El Jefe counters the Great Khali. He's going to try it again. And again, Ray Gunz counters and steps away from his tag corner. Oh, the Great Khali did not like that one bit. Locks up Ray Gunz, has him up in a front cradle, slams him into the lip of the apron, and he just sank like melting jello. Mr. Ringside catches some elbows to the side of the head from the Great Khali. Khali's got him up, front cradle scoop slam. And both Gunz brothers are in trouble. Zeus and Khali in control of things at the present time. Mr. Ringside rolled back inside the ring. Here comes the Great Khali. Running kick takes Eddie Gunz down. Eddie Gunz slams him down by the arm, face first to the canvas. Rounds up Khali, spins him around with a hard right, goes behind and into a sleeper hold. Yeah, this one could be a problem. The Great Khali counters with a jawjacker from behind. Look at this. Eric Bischoff getting into it with Mr. Ringside as the Great Khali delivers a headbutt to the back of the head and hurls him halfway across the ring. Again, the Great Khali covers. 1, 2, but only a 2. Eddie Gunz powering out, much to the delight of his daughter, Angie Angel Gunz, on the outside. The Great Khali with that karate chop. This could be it right here. 1. Well, no. Ray Gunz breaking up the pin. Zeus and Khali absolutely dominant at the present time. One arm claw slam. Eddie Gunz quickly back up on his feet, misses with the rising knee, locks up the Great Khali, catches a knee to the midsection. Counters the Great Khali. The Great Khali counters him. He counters the Great Khali again. Wow. Khali locks him up. Clubbing overhand right to Mr. Ringside. Takes him down to one knee. Driving knee to the head of Eddie Gunz as Zeus is brought in on the tag. Eric Bischoff got to be feeling pretty confident right about now. The Gunz brothers in big time trouble here. The human wrecking machine tags him with an elbow to the leg. Makes his way to the top right turnbuckle, all the way up to the top. Calling for it. There's the diving headbutt to Mr. Ringside again. And the tide has definitely turned. towards Zeus and the Great Khali. Well, here's a bear hug. Mr. Ringside trying to avoid being squeezed out, but it is too late. El Jefe shows up, going back to work on the leg again with that spinning toe hold. Mr. Ringside taking a little break on the outside, letting the referee do his count. As El Jefe steps back, Mr. Ringside takes over, gets a hold of Zeus. Oof, nasty knee right to the head. Oh, Zeus definitely caught all that one. And here comes El Jefe Ray Gunz again on the tag. The human wrecking machine catches a right from El Jefe and into the sleeper hold again. This time the Great Khali has to intercede. Zeus back up on his feet, misses with the running kick. Here's a chop. Here's a knee to the midsection from Zeus. A couple of hard shots to El Jefe. He is just trying to strangle him. There's a headbutt that takes El Jefe down to the mat again. The human wrecking machine slowly making his way out, turns it back over to the Great Khali. This has been a long match with a lot of near falls, and we're still not anywhere near done. Claw slam to El Jefe from the Great Khali. Khali misses with the driving knee. El Jefe stepping out of the way just in time. And now it's the Great Khali's turn to catch some torture on those legs. El Jefe with a definite game plan going into this one, taking out the legs from under these two giants. El Jefe stalking the Great Khali center ring. Gets a hold of him, takes him down, and here it comes. This is what it's all been building up to. Here's a figure four leg lock from El Jefe Ray Gunz on the Great Khali center ring. No ropes to get to. And if it hadn't been for Zeus, this one might have been all over. The human wrecking machine takes himself out of things here. El Jefe locks up the Great Khali, escorts him to his team's corner, head first into the turnbuckle. The Punjabi Nightmare caught up as Eddie Gunz delivers a shot to the midsection and takes over for his team. And he is setting up the flatliner. Boom! There it is, the Great Khali catching it all. Here's a cover and a hook of the leg. Not even a one. Zeus right there to break it up. Gets a hold of El Jefe, whips him to the outside. Eric Bischoff gets into it, and Zeus quickly takes him down into a pin, but it's no good. He is not the legal man in the ring, is he? The Great Khali. Well, Eric Bischoff got... Oh, man, he should have been disqualified for that. Rolled Eddie Gunz back inside the ring. The referee counting the Great Khali. Zeus taken down by a shoulder from Eddie Gunz. Mr. Ringside moves in on the Great Khali, changes his mind and just slips out of the ring. Wonder what he's got in mind. The Great Khali locks up Mr. Ringside, has him up over the shoulder, hangs him up off the top rope, and down he goes. The Punjabi Nightmare with that claw slam to Mr. Ringside again, and this could be the end right here. The Great Khali stalking Mr. Ringside. Oh man, that's it. The vice grip. He's just trying to block the flow of blood to the brain. And, oh, man. Down goes Mr. Ringside. Here's a cover and a hook of the leg, but Ray Gunz right there to break it up. And time is starting to rapidly run out here. The Great Khali, with a series of shots to Mr. Ringside, has him up. Oh, and there's that horrible backbreaker. He is just bending his back like a bow. Mr. Ringside desperately trying to tag his brother. He finally gets there. Here comes El Jefe. The Great Khali locks him up, whips him to the corner, goes after Eddie Gunz again. Wow. Takes Eddie Gunz, slams him into the turnbuckle. Ray Gunz charges. There's a clothesline to the Great Khali. And down he goes. El Jefe drives the Great Khali's knee into the canvas. Goes after the human wrecking machine. There's a shot and there's a drop kick, and out goes Zeus. The Great Khali being counted by the referee. El Jefe with a chop, a couple of shots, and a clothesline. Takes the Great Khali down to the floor as Eric Bischoff looks on. He better not get involved again. Driving knee into the head of the Great Khali. The human wrecking machine laid out near his corner. The Great Khali rolled back inside the ring. And El Jefe takes himself up to the top. There's an elbow right off the top rope across the back of the Great Khali. Here's a cover and a hook of the leg. 1, 2. 3, and with no Zeus to come to the rescue, the Gunz brothers pick up this win by pinfall over Zeus and the Great Khali.
The time, 17 minutes and 49 seconds. Your winners by pinfall, the Gunz brothers.
Well, how about that? A long dog of a match, a buzzer beater for sure. But Eddie and Ray picking up the win over Zeus and Khali, and that is a rare thing. Gotta ask yourself the question. They could not beat the Psychedelics. They could not beat Wilcox and Hollywood. So how in the hell did they beat Zeus and the Great Khali? Oh, that's for the scholars to figure out. Folks, that takes care of the first half of tonight's RWL Snarl. When we come back, very first match of the second hour, Mercedes Monet versus Liberty Bell Danielle Heathcote. Don't you dare miss it. We'll be right back.